Peace and love, beautiful people. I'm here doing an intro. I'm doing an intro podcast for a new podcast called The Bare Athlete. And this has been dropped on my heart to do this podcast in a way where I can have a healthy conversation about athletes and their feet. So the Bare Athlete will be more so about the barefoot athlete, but calling it the Bare Athlete because just that raw drive, that raw dig, that raw performance that athletes choose, but specifically the ones who choose to be barefoot and understand the importance of their bare feet, of their feet. Right? From my perspective, and I think just by biology, one of the most intelligent pieces of work, intelligent parts of the body that allows us to travel, to commute, to jump, to perform, to skip, to walk, to crawl, all these things. Everything starts from the feet. To feel like the sensation of it, to heal, like there's so many things, like even to the little things. Like I have young kids, and when they get sick, we put onions in their socks, and so like onions on their feet and put them in socks, so that way they could, like, the onions can take out the sickness. Like that's a remedy, and however you feel about it, it's a remedy that has been passed on, and it's an idea that's known to help with sickness. So why the feet? Why not the hands? Right? And maybe the hands work, but it's not like put it on your stomach. Right? There's like obviously the inside of our hands and the soles of our feet are built and look different than anything else. So it's beautiful. So taking that and not getting into the science of that, because there's plenty of podcasts, plenty of interviews about the biomechanics of it and all that. But this is going to get into the why athletes do this and understand the better performance of this, but really just have a conversation with athletes. Like, hey, why did you, when did you fall in love with your feet? What difference did it make? And also, so if you are somebody who's interested in being a barefoot athlete, or just looking into transitioning out of your shoes or completely or into barefoot shoes, then you could hear from other athletes that are doing the same, have done the same, maybe even some that are on the verge. And we're going to hear from a lot of different people, some creators of products, some Olympians, some just everyday athletes, some trainers, coaches, physios, massage therapists, stretch, everybody, right? So, and it's about, again, that conversation about athletes and their feet. So it's going to be short and sweet. And me, who am I? My name is Jordan. Jordan Alexander is my stage name. Jordan Coburn is my, birth name. And I am a movement enthusiast, specialist, a body worker. I am just a barefoot Rasta in the very literal terms. I am a creation of God. I love that one. That's the newest one that I've been really locking in on. And yeah, it's on me. So I've 10 or more years in the movement space, education space, fitness space, training space. And it's been good. It's been a great time learning yoga. Well, track and field is my sport growing up, and took me through college. And then I started coaching track and field at the high school level after college. Got into yoga. Yoga was beautiful. It was amazing. Really changed the relationship with my body. Got me barefoot for real for the first time. And I didn't appreciate being barefoot then yet. I got into acro yoga, which really made me appreciate my feet even more. To be able to really how could I create an extension of myself? How could I create a floor with my feet? And that was just literally scratching the surface of the interest of me and my barefoot knowledge and feeling about it. And then I got into body work, and I really started learning how just being barefoot helped more. And then definitely, I still didn't even get into the barefoot stuff then. I was just working barefoot, and I understood, I want to be barefoot. I want to be comfortable. Not even processing what I was really doing and how I was training my feet, but I was like, yeah, I just want to be barefoot. And then in body work, I was doing fascial therapy as well as stretch therapy. And that kind of took me a really long way. Along the way, I got certified in animal flow. I got certified as a mobility specialist with FRC. I later, I started my family, and that's when I started to fall back in love with the early stages of development and understanding gait and feet and movement on a different level, from a really like foundational level. And then later I got into it was just like barefoot movement, like just create this thing. And it started early. I'm like, I wanted to create this whole conference and like this big festival where it's gonna be classes being taught and professors or just doctors teaching about the foot. And it was like, it's gonna be dope. And it just still wasn't it. So then I decided then I was kind of like, let it drop. And then now I'm creating something I'm super excited about. And I get more and more excited as I think about it, because I just know like God has just put it on my heart to do it. And it's like, yes, this is what I'm supposed to do. And it is the Barefoot Games. And you'll hear me talk a lot about it with these episodes and as I'm doing my interviews and having these conversations with these guests. And the Barefoot Games is going to be a series of events for any individual who wants to participate and join. And they're going to be competing. And they'll be competing across those number of events, either barefoot or in approved barefoot shoes. And it's going to be super duper lit. Nothing like this has been done yet, to my knowledge. And I think it's something that the community is waiting for. Like, point of all that is like, if you are a barefoot athlete, if you train barefoot, if you move barefoot, if you do these things, there hasn't been a space for you to go out and compete on even ground, meaning nobody has super shoes next to you. Nobody has these extra lifts, and everybody's on the same ground as they're performing. And so I'm currently training for a half marathon, and I'm running barefoot shoes only, but I'm like, should I do it barefoot only, which feels wild at this stage right now, but I'm like, maybe it's supposed to be. So as process now, even if I do it barefoot and I finish at a whatever time, it won't matter, because everybody else who's wearing whatever super shoes with carbon plated shoes, if they finish ahead of me, they finish ahead of me. It's not like, oh, well, you get extra points because you did it barefoot. So instead of going in the generic competition and feeling less than because I'm not getting the credit for me doing more work with my feet, just create the space where everybody is on the same playing field. And so, yeah, that's going to be super duper exciting. And then something else that a lot of other things along this path of the barefoot athlete and just the barefoot world, I can't wait to unleash and share, because I think the barefoot community needs it. It's not even about me and my praise or look what Jordan did. It's going to be about, hey, this is here for the community. And if you love your feet and you love competing, this is it, right? So my motto, the motto I want to happen is, stronger the feet, stronger the athlete. And as simple as that. And it's true. Like, no matter what shoes you're wearing, you are a stronger athlete if your feet are stronger. And the more connection you have to your feet, it's better and better. So that's a little snippet about me. I live in Mexico. I'm doing this whole podcast thing from my bedroom because it's easy that way. Kids, it's just like, we homeschool, so you may hear sounds from my kids every now and again. Maybe one will pop in and say hello on purpose or accident, whatever. But this is just the naturalist way that I can make this podcast happen. And without delaying it, without holding back, without waiting for things to be perfect, because I did that, and it's still like I'll still be waiting. So let's get into it. Let's rock out. Let's do this thing how we're supposed to do it. And naturally, I always will be barefoot and sitting and probably squatting and moving and shifting and adjusting, because That's how it has to do. So I do have to go. So I love y'all. Catch y'all in the next episode with my first guest. Peace.